Okay, guys, let's get going with the shrimp and grits. I speeded it up because I didn't want to take too much time going through the motion of just making this gravy. So I made my gravy first. What you're going to need is, in a pot, you're going to need at least 1.5 cups of chicken broth. You're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of pure cinnamon oil. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, and then 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. And you're going to mix all of this together and just heat it up a little bit. Don't bring it too much over a boil. Just a pinch of, you can add just a pinch of salt and pepper in this. The seasoning, you don't want to add too much because you can over season it. But I was amazed at how well this turned out, even as we go through this time lapse. Bring it to a low boil, then we're going to slowly add this cornstarch that I'm mixing together right here. Make sure you put your cornstarch and take about 1/4 cup of cold water and equal the cornstarch to the water. And once it reaches the right thickness, then you want to remove it from the heat. That's why you see me here. I'm just slowly stirring it and adding, because I don't want it to be too thick. And to be honest with you, I probably could have used a little bit more gravy to this recipe. So your measurements may vary based on the size of your Egg Foo Young cakes and the rice that you're going to be using. But just slowly mix this up, and it takes a few seconds, but you'll start to notice, man. Anyone that's I've never made gravy before. So in doing this, I just followed the instructions and just slowly added. And at first, I was kind of skeptical because I couldn't see it thickening up. But be patient. Be patient. It will thicken up, man. The science is real. The science is real. So I'm just slowly, man. And the amazing thing about this cook, guys, as this gravy is coming to being done, I love doing this, man. And I'm just hoping that when you're in the kitchen, I'm hoping that when you're making whatever you're making, that you're doing it with love. One thing I know about being good at what you do, you gotta love it, man. Even the love that you have doing what you want to do will make it better. Do you guys believe that? So I'm still adding because I'm wanting this gravy to be right. Didn't want to have to go back and remake this gravy. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And once it starts to thicken up, you'll see it, and then you want to do, you want to make sure you pay attention to your heat and turn your heat back down. Turn your heat back down because you don't want to burn your gravy. I can't say that enough, man. You learn through trial and error, and I'm just checking the thickness, and it's thickening up right now. And you'll see here in a second how thick it is and how thick it will be based on how much cornstarch you add to it. Look at this. Look at this. You see that? It's barely pouring off the spoon, man. And that gravy is what going to give its taste. And then what I did after I made the gravy first, I put my shrimp. You take 1 cup of shrimp. I had some jumbo shrimp now. I had some big shrimp. Treat yourself. Treat yourself, man. Don't go skimpy on the shrimp. I know you got your stimulus check, so use some of that stimulus check to buy you some bigger shrimp. But I took some jumbo shrimp and I cut them up and just put them in a pan. And it doesn't take long with the shrimp. You got to be careful with the shrimp. Don't overcook them. Undercook your shrimp during this process. I got to show. See right there? It only took me about 2 minutes to do that. And you saw I added a little bit of seasoning. And now I'm about to put them in this bowl just to set them to the side as I get ready to go into the next step. And as I'm doing this, guys, if you have anything you want to add to or any questions that you have, feel free to ask, man. as I stated when I started this page, I want us to be able to learn together, because I'm not a master chef. I just look at those shrimp, man. Wow. So now what I'm doing is I'm starting to cook the other ingredients. Those are onions that I put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the pan. So now I just want to soften up my vegetables. Those are diced up mushrooms. And then I have green bell pepper that I cut up, and I'm also putting that in to soften it up. Now, once you have your pan warm, you take I used a quarter cup of pepper, green pepper. Then I used 1 cup of mushrooms. And then I use 1 cup of green beans. And then also, guys, I have 1 cup of bean sprouts that I'm going to add in later. You just don't want to overcook the bean sprouts. So you want to take your time and sear and bring out the sweetness of the onions, and also get those green peppers a little bit softer, because you want it to have a little bit of crunch, but not too much. And you can see it. You can see it as it renders, as it starts to break down. And just cook the vegetables until it's slightly soft, and then remove them. This is my egg batter, which in this particular egg, I use 6 eggs for this recipe. In the vegetables that I cook, I added that into the eggs with the shrimp. And the interesting thing is with the shrimp, and then I started to mix it up by hand. It's something about mixing it up with your hands and just getting it in there. And guys, I have not added any other seasoning to this dish. You won't need it. You're going to be surprised at how much the soy sauce, the oyster sauce, and the sesame seed will come out. So then I took a one cup measuring cup, and scooped my egg mixture with the shrimp into a pan. You notice that I've had enough grease where the egg will actually submerge. So I'm not making an omelet. You want to fry this. You want to deep fry this thing and let it get crusty on the sides, and that gives you that authentic look of shrimp egg foo young that we get from the Chinese restaurants. And here you can see it's starting to brown. You see how it's floating? That's okay. It's not going to be too greasy, guys. It will come out perfect. Don't be scared. At first I was like, man, this thing is going to be greasy, but it wasn't greasy at all. So let it just cook for a while. Don't be afraid. And don't have your heat too high. You want to have this like on medium. I actually had to turn this down because I was up a little bit high, but you want to be on medium. And you'll see right now, guys, as I get ready to look at it again, you'll see that golden crust that we get when we're at the restaurants, that we love to have on our shrimp egg foo young. And mind you, you can use some other meats. You can use steak egg foo young. You can use what else? Chicken egg foo young. You can even do a combination if you want to, depending on what meats you like. You can use pork. You can say pork egg foo young. That we call those combinations. So guys, and I use 2 spatulas here because I wanted to make sure I didn't flop the grease over and cause a grease fire. And I know it's so much better if I had a wok. But look at that. Look at how that not omelet. I was getting ready to say omelet, but that egg foo young patty has turned golden. Man, can you guys smell what I'm cooking? Man, look at that. Look at the end results. I didn't put the rice in the video, but I made enough rice for a couple of servings, and this is it plated up, guys. I just want you guys to know, man, now I have to taste this thing. I have to taste it. This will be my first bite. Let's see what it tastes like. Did you guys see me lick my finger? Wow. That's good. I think I'm gonna take another bite. Look, man. Please like this video. I love and enjoy doing what I do, man. I love my family. I love God, and look at that, man. Feel free to subscribe. And again, man, thanks for watching.